好，你好，新概念英语第二册 New Concept English 2。今天我学习的是第16课 Lesson 16，题目是 Applied Request， 彬彬有礼的要求。16提要求，别吃我还没有熟透，熟透了好吃。这年头水果都变得彬彬有礼了。课文开始前提出的问题是 What was the polite request？ 这个彬彬有礼的要求是什么？我的学习视频分为2个部分，第一个部分课文内容图像化，变为一个小动画。第二个部分是我的背诵内容1到16课课文。好的，开始第一个部分。今天的故事从一样东西说起，这样东西叫做罚单，英文 ticket。想得到它很容易，只要你把你的爱车停到不该停的地方。If you park your car in the wrong place， 嘿嘿，交通警察会很快的发现。A traffic policeman will soon find it。好，这个时候通常你都会得到一张罚单，当然这是一般的情况，有一般的情况，那么也有二般情况。走了狗屎运，交警不开罚单让你离开。You will be very lucky if he lets you go without a ticket。 既然是二般情况，那么肯定是不常有的情况了。However, this does not always happen。我的运气就很不错，我就遇到了二般情况，而且还是一次很不一般的二般情况。好，这个情况呢，主角是很有礼貌的交通警察。Traffic police are sometimes very polite。有时候很客气，很有礼貌。时间、地点是在一次瑞士度假的期间。During a holiday in Sweden。 交警的礼貌客气是通过一张字条表现出来的。这张字条 note 出现在我的车上。I found this note on my car。 好的，我们来看看字条上的内容。 Sir， 先生， We welcome you to our city。 欢迎您光临我们的城市。这里是禁停区 No parking area。 如果您稍加留意我们街上的标牌 Pay attention to our street signs， 你在此会过得很愉快的。 You will enjoy your stay here if you pay attention to our street signs。 这张字条仅做提醒之用。 This note is only a reminder。 哇，的确很有礼貌。好，作者在这里做了一个小小的总结。如果你收到这样的恳求，If you receive a request like this， 你是不会不遵照执行的。You cannot fail to obey it。 Obey it 是服从它，遵从它。好的，上面就是第16课的课文图像化动画内容，后面我会放我1到16课的课文背诵。这是出差住的地方，村外的小麦地。青海西部小麦9月份成熟，马上就要收割了。先看一下今天天气也不错，正好是中午休息时间，来进行背诵吧，1到16课。好了，开始背诵第1课到16课的内容。Lesson 1, a private conversation. Last week I went to theater. I had a very good seat. The play was very interesting. I did not enjoy it. A young man and a young woman were sitting behind me. They were talking loudly. I got very angry. I could not hear the actors. I turned around. I looked at the man and the woman angrily. They did not pay any attention. In the end, I could not bear it. I turned around again. I can't hear a word I said angrily. It's none of your business, the young man said rudely. This is a private conversation. 好，问题是 Why did the writer complain to the people behind him? Lesson 2. Breakfast or lunch? Why was the writer's aunt surprised? It was Sunday. I never get up early on Sundays. I sometimes stay in bed until lunchtime. Last Sunday, I got up very late. I looked out of the window. It was dark outside. What a day, I thought. It's raining again. Just then the telephone rang. It was my Aunt Lucy. My Aunt Lucy. I have just arrived by train, she said. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you, but I'm still having breakfast, I said. What are you doing? She asked. I'm having breakfast, I said. I repeated. Dear me, she said. Why do you always get up so late? It's 1 o'clock. Lesson 3. Please send me a card. Please send me a card. Please send me a card. The question is, how many cards did the writer send? Postcards always spoil my holidays. Last summer, I went to Italy. I visited museums and sat in public gardens. A friendly waiter taught me a few words of Italian. Then he lent me a book. I read a few lines, but I did not understand a word. Every day I thought about postcards. My holidays passed quickly, but I did not send cards to my friends. On the last day, I made a big decision. I got up early and bought 37 cards. 37 cards. I spent the whole day in my room, but I did not write a single card. Lesson 4. 第4课 An exciting trip. 问题是 why is Tim finding this trip very exciting? I have just received a letter from my brother Tim. He's in Australia. He has been there for 6 months. Tim is an engineer. He's working for a big firm and he has already arrived a great number of different places in Australia. He has just bought an Australian car and has gone to Alice Springs, a small town in the center of Australia. He will soon visit Darwin. From there, he will fly to Perth. My brother has never been abroad before, so he's finding this trip very exciting. Lesson 5. No wrong numbers. What does no wrong numbers mean? Mr. James Scott has a garage in Silbury and he has just bought another garage in Pinehurst. Pinehurst is only 5 miles from Silbury, but Mr. Scott cannot get a telephone for his new garage, so he has just bought 12 pigeons. Yesterday, a pigeon carried the first message from Pinehurst to Silbury. The bird covered the distance in 3 minutes. Up to now, Mr. James Scott has sent a great many requests for spare parts and other urgent messages from one garage to the other. In this way, he has begun his own private telephone service. Lesson 6. Percy Buttons. Who is Percy Buttons? I just moved to a house in Bridge Street. Yesterday, a banker knocked at my door. He asked me for a meal and a glass of beer. In return for this, The banker stood on his hand and sang songs. I gave him a meal. He ate the food and drank beer. Then he put a piece of cheese in his pocket and went away. Later, a neighbor told me about him. Everybody knows him. His name is Percy Buttons. He calls at every house in the street. Once a month, and always ask for a meal and a glass of beer. Lesson 7. Too late. Did the detective save diamonds? The plane was late, and the detectives were waiting at the airport all morning. They were expecting a valuable parcel of diamonds from South Africa. A few hours earlier, someone had told the police that the thieves would try to steal the diamonds. When the plane arrived, some of the detectives were waiting inside the main building, while others were waiting on the airfield. Two men took the parcel off the plane and carried it into the customer's house, while two detectives were keeping guard in the door. Two others opened the parcel. To their surprise, the precious parcel was full of stones and sand. 好，第8课 Lesson 8 The best and the worst 最好的和最坏的问题是 Why is John's garden the most beautiful one in the town? John Sanders has the most beautiful garden in our town. Nearly everybody enters for the nicest garden competition each year, but John wins every time. Bill Frank's garden is larger than John's. Bill works harder than John's and grows more flowers and vegetables. But John's garden is more interesting. He has made neat paths and has built a wooden bridge over a pool. I like gardens too, but I do not like hard work. Every year I entered for the garden competitions too, and I always win a little prize for the worst garden in the town. 好 ，Lesson 9 第9课 A cold welcome. What does cold welcome refer to? On Wednesday evening, we went to the town hall. It was the last day of the year, and a large crowd of people had gathered under the town hall clock. It would strike 12 in 20 minutes' time. 15 minutes passed, and then at 5 to 12, the clock stopped. The big minute hand did not move. We waited and waited, but nothing happened. Suddenly, someone shouted, "It's 2 minutes past 12. The clock has stopped." I looked at my watch. It was true. The big clock refused to welcome the new year. At that moment, everybody began to laugh and sing. 好，第10课 Not for jazz. What happened to the clavichord? We have a known musical instrument. It is called the clavichord. It was made in Germany in 1681. Our clavichord is kept in the living room. It has belonged to our family for a long time. The instrument was bought by my grandfather many years ago. Recently, it was damaged by a visitor. She tries to play jazz on it. He struck the keys too hard, and 2 of strings were broken. My father was shocked. Now we are not allowed to touch it. It is being repaired by a friend of my father's. Okay, Lesson 11. One good turn deserves another. 礼尚往来。Who paid for Tony's dinner? I was having a dinner at a restaurant when Tony still came in. Tony worked in a lawyer's office years ago, but he is working at a bank. But he's now working at a bank. He gets a good salary, but he always borrows money from his friends and never pays it back. Tony saw me and came and sat at the same table. He has never borrowed money from me. While he was eating, I asked him to lend me 20 pounds. To my surprise, he gave me the money immediately. I have never borrowed any money from you, Tony said, so now you can pay for my dinner. 好 ，Lesson 12 第12课 Goodbye and good luck. Where is Captain Allison going and how? Our neighbor, Captain Charles Allison, will sail from Portsmouth tomorrow. We were meeting at the harbor early in the morning. He will be in his small boat, Topsail. Topsail is a famous little boat. He has sailed across the Atlantic many times. Captain Allison will set out at 8 o'clock, so we will have plenty of time. We will see his boat and then we will say goodbye to him. He will be away for 2 months. We are very proud of him. He will take part in an important race across the Atlantic. Okay, lesson 13. 好，第13课了。The Greenwood Boys. Why will the police have a difficult time? The Greenwood Boys are a group of pop singers. At present, they are visiting all parts of the country. They will be arriving here tomorrow. They will be coming by train, and most of the young people in the town will be meeting them at the station. Tomorrow evening, they will be singing at the Workers' Club. The Greenwood Boys will be staying for the 5 days. During this time, they will give 5 performances. As usual, the police will have a difficult time. They will be trying to keep order. It is always the same on these occasions. 好，第14课。Do you speak English? What is did the young man speak English? I had an amusing experience last year. After I had left a small village in the south of France, I drove onto the next town. On the way, a young man waved to me. I stopped and he asked me for a lift. As soon as he had got into the car, I told good morning to him in French, and he replied in the same language. Apart from a few words, I don't know any French at all. Neither of us spoke during the journey. I had nearly reached the town when the young man suddenly said very slowly, "Do you speak English?" As I soon learned, he was English himself. 好，第15课 Lesson 15. Lesson 15. The good news. What was the good news? The secretary told me that Mr. Harmsworth would see me. I felt very nervous when I went into his office. He did not look up from his desk when I entered. After I had sat down, he told that the business was very bad. He told me the firm could not afford to pay such large salaries. 20 people had already left. Already left. I knew that my turn had come. Mr. Hemsworth, I said in a weak voice. Don't interrupt, he said. Then he smiled and told me I would receive next extra £1,000 a year. 哇，15课好 ，Lesson 16 16课。A polite requests. 问题是 What were the polite requests? If you park your car in the wrong place, a traffic policeman will soon find it. You will be very lucky if he lets you go without a ticket. However, it does not always happen. Traffic police are sometimes very polite. During journey in Sweden, I found this note on my car. Sir, we welcome you to our city. This is a no parking area. You will enjoy your stay here if you pay attention to our street signs. This note is only a reminder. If you received a request like this, you cannot fail to obey it. 哦，好，1到16课，今天的背诵就到这儿，我们下次见，拜拜。哦。